All right, what's poppin', my G?
Hey, the Joker slapped. I can't lie to you.
Yo, that shit was hard. That shit was hard.
Like,
Uh, yeah, go
I
on.
basically when I was watching it, I was like, I really enjoyed the character development. Like, it was like start to finish. It was just building it up, building it up, building it up. Like until it's like, yep, I'm fucking snapping now, and then yeah, I'm gonna shoot this TV host in the fucking face.
Mm, yeah, yeah. No, the movie was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
I feel like
course,
I'm. I feel like I've been
of
seeing
course,
those
because I'm
dope
a
memes as
wee,
well.
of course, because I'm a wee little bitch. I had to, keep,
Yeah.
covering my face during all of his delusions.
Hey, bro, no. I covered my face when. Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't handle cringe. I can't handle cringe in the slightest. So when he got on stage and was telling those like those terrible jokes, I was like, can't look.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to look at any of that. I legit did not look at any of that. I like legit just didn't look at any of those. Like I covered my eyes because shit.
Hey, bro,
And
like,
there was like he had the delusion of the audience laughing along with him. It was crazy.
hey, bro, like, I was just that was me being. There were times where I'm just like eagerly awaiting for him to like become like the Joker, get the face paint on, all that shit. Hey, bro.
Ayo. Before we move any further,
Yeah, yeah.
let's just say what's up, because like we just started straight in talking about this shit. I know we're too eager to talk about, even though we were kind of late because like it came out a little while ago.
Hey,
But
bro.
anyways, shit. Welcome to another episode of Stray Clips. I'm your host Meth, and this episode is clearly about the Joker, the movie.
Man, we're gonna talk about some more shit afterwards.
Yeah.
But
Shit.
we would have recorded a podcast, but technical errors.
We
So
Yeah, I mean, we did record a
yeah,
podcast, but there were some technical difficulties on my side personally. Like, actually, that entire recording process was just screwing me. So, yeah, but
yeah, the kind of technical difficulties where it destroys all of your audio. So but there was no way of
uh,
salvaging that.
yeah, like from the beginning before we started recording, it was just fucking my shit up. Like, I was
Hey,
having
bro.
like mad issues. Like my disc was saying, yo, there's something that's trying to use the CPU as well, so like you're losing the beginning of all of those recordings. And when I finally got that shit sorted out, we recorded. We were like very hyped, like, yo, we're gonna do all this shit that we'd been planning to do since before we even started recording, like before we even started the podcast itself, like all the editing things. We had a bunch of shit recorded,
Yeah.
ready for it. And like all so fucking hyped, like yeah, we're gonna do mad shit with the pod, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy, you know what I mean? And obviously it didn't work out. Accidentally got rid of all my audio, demoralized us both.
Hey, bro, I went into a very dope depression for like the rest of the night.
Even me, I was honestly tripping. I was like, fuck, man. Like, I was like so hyped.
Because it was like you said, because you said it to me, like, do you want to record a Clips episode like right now? And I'm like, hey, bro, no, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, nah, I was shit. Yeah, it's been a while since we actually like uploaded anything. If I'm not mistaken, it's okay. So when did we record the pod? Was it like 2-3 days ago?
It was about 2-3 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been about shit almost a month, like 24, 25 days, 23, 24 days since we've uploaded anything. But yeah, we're gonna upload this clips. Eventually, we'll upload an episode of the actual podcast.
Yeah.
We're just doing an episode of clips to sort of be safe. It's shorter, easier to edit. And we'll get around to doing an episode of the full podcast.
Oh yeah.
Soon
Like, for
enough,
sure.
maybe the next or the thing after. Yeah, we'll see.
We're just needing
Yeah,
to see, like what is what, all that kind of shit.
yeah. I usually like to think, oh, let's let topics stack up before we talk about anything. Like, oh, we're gonna have like a nice episode of the podcast with like many topics, but nah, we shit, we just talk about shit. Like, we don't even really need that many topics, to be honest. But yeah, the Joker. Like, before I watched it, like, one of my homies here, he posted on his story that he was watching the Joker. So I texted him like, "Yo, what's up?" It's like, "Hey, bro, this movie is gonna win a fucking Oscar." I was like, "Oh shit, is that good, huh?" Like, and I went to watch it. It's gonna win an Oscar because it's weird. That's really why it's gonna win an Oscar.
I mean, like, when I went
movies,
in there, like,
movies ain't even gotta be good to win that Oscar, bro.
Hey, bro. Like, there's facts, but when I went in there, the person I went with, they were expecting an action film, whereas I was not, because I don't think they had any idea what the Joker was, and it was so dope because I came out of that film like, hey, yo, that was a dope film. They came out of there like, what an utter pile of fucking shit, and I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah. I was
like,
when they first announced the movie, I was a little bit skeptical of it because an origin story to a nigga that doesn't have an origin, like, you see where I'm coming from.
No, he does have an origin because it's like because the Joker were, I believe it was like the Killing Joke. It shows how he was a failed comedian, so on and so forth, and that was his making. And
yeah, but like he doesn't have a name or any, like, we know, like, his, there's like a premise behind how he became the Joker, but there's no real set in stone origin. We know that at some point he was the Red Hood. No, like in the comic books as well. Like, it's like he has real backstory.
You'd either choose to believe it was Red Hood, where he fell into that like fucking liquid, or you believed it was the Killing Joke.
Yeah, the thing is with that is like how look at it. Let me just tell you how I look at it. Like, there are events that definitely we know happened, but it's not like Batman or Freeze, or Mr. Freeze, that we know, oh, he was a doctor, this, that, and the other. We know, like, we know who these guys are before. Like, we know their lives before. Like, we know their motivations. Yeah, I think you get what I'm trying to say. But with the Joker, it's like, there's so many different interpretations of what is supposed to be his back. Like, he has no name. Like, he has no name. It's not his name in the comic books isn't Arthur Fleck. He has no name in the comic books. You know what I mean? So
I'm not too sure about that part, but I think
right. He doesn't. He doesn't have a name in the comic books. There's no Arthur Fleck. Like, they're everybody, they always try to do something. They always try to give him something. But it's yeah. But I definitely enjoyed the movie. I think I'll need to give it a second watch. But I think that one thing that sort of ruined the movie for me a little bit was nothing to do with the movie itself. It's just that, like, I was very eager to go and watch the movie. So, like, beforehand, I'd be watching, all sorts of shit about it, and, like, I went into it sort of, kind of knowing what to expect. And, like, the whole time I knew that those, the all of that shit, they were delusions. The whole time I knew that they were delusions.
I didn't know that one. I didn't know that. Yeah. I went in there completely blind.
I watched something before, just, some speculation because of what the movie was based on. So I knew the whole time that they were delusions. And the reveal that they were delusions, my nigga. Broski. That was definitely, I enjoyed that movie. Like, I really enjoyed that. It kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Like, I think if, like, obviously you need to be prepared that this is going to be a 2-hour long film, but it is also very slow paced. Because it is building slow paced. It is, yes, because it's obviously because you're building the character, and that's basically what that is down to. So it's like he had to go into that film understanding this isn't an action film. you know, like this is like the building of a character.
Yes, 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 yes. You know, I feel sorry for the people that sort of went there like expecting a fucking action movie. Like, shit. I guess you shouldn't have gone there expecting a fucking action movie.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
like
because they hear
like
Joker. Oh, it's gonna be all chaos and anarchy.
Yeah, I mean there was a chaos and anarchy, but
Don't.
like
I'm not saying
I
there
like I
wasn't. It's
saw.
just it's like 10 minutes in total. Like you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No, the thing is, like, I saw, like, I don't know if it was just a joke, but I saw a review of some lady that took you know, these Reddit things. You know, someone left a review. It's like, oh, shame on you, DC. I took my 10-year-old to see this movie because it said the Joker, yada yada yada. Yo, people honestly need to, like, okay, for starters, you need to research what exactly you're going to watch, and second off, don't assume that because it's DC is for kids. Don't assume because it's Marvel is for kids. Yeah, it's fucking kid friendly. Deadpool is fucking hilarious, but that shit
I
ain't for kids.
mean,
It's fucking R-rated, my nigga.
if I remember rightly, I think it said 15 or older, and that was the age rating for the Joker. Like, but and this is in no means not graphic. Like,
Yo, that movie's fucking great.
not only is that, not only is like, like, not only is like the main character like literally have no weight to him to the point where you can see his fucking spine and his like all that going on around his body.
Yo, that was
Like,
oh man, those
like he
scenes,
starved
bruh.
himself very nicely. Like they were very creepy. Not only
Bro,
that, like it's not shy of
joking.
blood. It was not shy of blood at all. That film.
Fuck, bro. Nah, that shit was still, that movie was fucking great. Joaquin Phoenix really killed it. Like, yo, his portrayal of like him having mental health issues and like identity issues his entire life. Yo, that was crazy. Like, personally, I've never gone through anything near that. Like,
sorry to
but
cut you
like
off.
you
It's
could
just,
really.
why would you
see-
take your
yeah.
child to that film? It's a rated R film. Like,
I don't know,
like,
fam.
yeah,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know. People just they see DC and think, oh shit, yeah, Superman this, Batman, yeah, Joker, he's that guy that fights Batman. We're gonna see Batman. Nah, that's not what it's about. And if I'm not mistaken, okay, so this, like, do you remember the scene at the end of the movie? Where they kill the Waynes, right?
Yeah,
I think that might be the same scene that they used in Batman versus Superman, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't look into it afterwards, but like I asked Francesco because we went to watch it together, and
I just know
he didn't
Joaquin
know
Phe-
either.
I just know that like I remember hearing something like this film is nothing to do with any of the MCU, anything of the sorts, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it has nothing. Sorry. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the comic books. That's why I said like Joker has no real backstory. Like it has nothing to do with it. But I think that they use that thing as sort of a little way to tie it into the DCEU.
Well, I personally believe that like even though it's showing that kind of stuff and that they're even featured in the film, I don't necessarily believe it relates to the DCU. I just believe that it is just entwining Batman into Joker, and that's all that there really is to it.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was any deeper meaning than it just being like the origin story of Batman at the end.
Yeah, nah, the thing is, I was thinking it was the same scene. Like, I don't remember the actors or whatever. I don't remember Batman versus Superman because that was a terrible fucking movie. Yo,
I never watched them.
If
I
I
just
can
don't watch
deviate for a
DC
second-
films.
If I can deviate for a second, the DCU is fucked up. The Joker is the fourth good DC movie that they made, if I'm not mistaken. Fourth,
Hey,
right?
Bro,
They've
I haven't
made-
watched their films. I'm just gonna say like I kind of like the DCEU. What was it like? Was it DC?
Yeah.
I don't know what their thing is, like the cinematic universe, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Like the DCU, I think it is. yeah, no, that shit is utter doo-doo water.
Yeah,
Because
most
like
of it is doo doo water. Shout out
my
to
guy,
DC.
they they CGI'd a mustache on his like they tried to
Why
miss
couldn't
the.
this motherfucker? Okay, no, I think he was just. I think he was filming some other shit, and that's why
No,
they
he
had to
was
CGI
legally.
it off.
He was no, he's legally. But that was. Why didn't you just get him to grow a beard? He was gone for a long time anyway.
Nigga, he was
How
dead.
hype would have? How hype would it have been to just see Superman with a beard? And you know what?
Okay.
You know, and if you're going by like you like, if you're going by the comics, like there was a time where like obviously there was like what was it, the all new 52. I don't know if I'm getting this right. The all new 52 Superman and the obviously the classic Superman were in the same universe.
Yeah.
And then obviously he grew a beard, so he didn't look like Superman. And he also had a black suit. How cool would that have been? Black suit Superman with the beard? But no,
Yeah.
they chose to CGI the
Yo,
mustache
the
off his
DCEU
face.
The DCEU
Oh, man.
just done fucked up, son.
Hey,
They
bro.
have a few good the movies that I consider good. Wonder Woman, great fucking movie. The only problem with there's only one problem with the Wonder Woman movie, and that is the fucking CGI it was terrible. It was terrible. The story, I absolutely loved it. Like Gal Gadot or Gadot, however you pronounce her name, she was fantastic. The acting was just on point. I loved it. The only problem was the CGI. There was this one fight scene at the end that just pissed me off, son. Like it was so bad. Like it was so fucking bad. Shazam, the best DC movie. Okay, now it's in
beef?
competition with the Joker, but Shazam was really good. It was funny. The CGI was fucking great. Character development was there. Like it was an amazing movie. That was a great fucking movie. And now the Joker. The Joker, astonishing movie. I fucking loved it.
I will say this about Shazam. I haven't heard anything about sorry, I haven't watched anything of Shazam. I never watched it, but I have heard of certain things, and I heard that there are just certain plot lines that are just fucking stupid about how the kids become friends. Like, apparently, like they're like these kids are. You have to tell me if I'm wrong or not from what I heard, but there was like a group of kids picking on a disabled kid, and the kid, like, you know, the guy who becomes Shazam, the kid just walks past, but then when he finds out to like something to do with like the mother, like having like a no mother or something like that, is when he participates and tries to defend the disabled kid.
Oh no, the disabled kid is his foster brother.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, nah, it's honestly a good movie. Like I like enjoyed the movie. I sat down, like the theater was fucking empty because it was like a while after the movie came out. It was
Yeah.
me, Francesco, and this older couple sitting somewhere else. Like it was fucking empty. And yo, I really enjoyed that movie. There might be another. Nah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Those are the only three good movies. Like everything else is straight doo doo water. Like it's fucking garbage. Batman versus Superman, Cheeks, Justice League. Oh, don't even get me started on Justice League, man. Don't even get me started.
I am what? Hey, bro. I'm not because I never.
I'm not getting myself started on that.
Hey,
I'm
bro.
not
I
getting
never
myself started
subjected
on
myself to
Oh.
this. Like,
Fucking Aquaman is also good. Aquaman's also really good.
is it? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I will say that
Nah.
I never subjected myself to any of these DC films, so I spared myself quite a lot of time.
I'm glad I didn't waste money on that shit. I watched Justice League at home. Like I had it, I saw that it was out. Like I just downloaded it legally. Obviously, we only, we're children of the law. My mom practices law. My dad, he's with the shits. So my brother and I, we watched the movie, and it was so bad. The effects were so bad. Things just didn't make sense. Batman was suicidal. They made Batman a tsundere. Fucking the Flash was incredibly slow. Couldn't catch up to a fucking car. One of those old.
The
like,
Flash
niggas that
couldn't
live
catch up to a fucking
no,
car.
listen to what type of car this is. One of them niggas in the US that live in like fucking farms and shit and have them old fucking trucks. Like those
Oh
old
my
school fucking
gosh.
trucks. from when the Volkswagen Beetle came out. Like those shits, like they
Oh
don't even run
my
properly. Like you have to
gosh.
fucking jump the engine to get it to work. He took so long to catch up to that car, ran with the car, he's pushing the car, and then Superman, who was busy fighting some other nigga for 20 minutes doing some other bullshit. Yo, they made every fucking hero useless. All the character development, all the build up that they had for Wonder Woman, just for her to be a fucking, what was it, a Mary Sue? No, it's not a Mary Sue. That's not what they're called. A Mary Sue is something entirely. A Mary Sue is something that's good at everything. Fucking, they made her useless. Batman was suicidal. Vic was just there. He was suicidal as well. Like, it was just trash. It was trash. Everything about that movie was trash. I didn't like seeing the Flash. His personality was like, okay, yeah, that's the Flash, but like it was just fucking garbage. Like, I had beef with that movie. I wouldn't suggest anybody watch that movie. I wouldn't make children watch that. I wouldn't subject children to that.
Well, it's a good thing that Marvel leads most of the superhero films anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, it used to. You know what the sad thing is? It used to be Marvel has the MCU, so they're killing shit on like the live action department, and DC would be killing shit in the animated movies department. Marvel was not touching DC for shit. Marvel had like one good animated movie. They had one which was what's it called? The Doctor Strange movie. That was the only good one at the time. Their shows were great, but like the only movie that they had was that one. That was like I could suggest to people.
I mean, I remember like DC. Shit. There was some like from 2014 or 16. It was like an animated movie. It was an animated movie for the Justice League, and it was pretty dope. I can't lie.
No, they had always been killing it, but these last 2-3 years, they've just been pumping movies out that no one gives a shit about. Their last good movie that I watched was Gotham by Gaslight, which is a Batman movie. Amazing. After that, they just fucking fell off. Like, it's trash.
Dope shit.
It's trash. They built the cinematic universe very badly.
And plus, both of the actors for Superman and Batman quit, so they just gotta scrap the MCU now anyway.
They just gotta scrap
MCU,
that shit
DCU
now.
even.
DCEU, yeah. Nah, they got fuck. I knew fucking Ben Affleck quit. I didn't know about Henry Cavill. I was a shit Superman anyways.
Yeah, I think the old Superman's coming back now to do Superman. So
the one from 2006.
Yeah, him. I think he's coming Superman again, and then
he was really good. The only problem is the movie itself was bad.
And then I can't remember his name. It's the guy from the vampire from Twilight. He's becoming Batman.
No, I guess. I don't know. I can't have any issues with it.
On another topic, it's actually gonna be. I think it's what day is it today? So it's gonna be the KSI Logan fight next week. So how do you think that's gonna go?
To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not particularly interested in watching it.
Yeah, but like, how do you think it's gonna go? Is basically what I'm asking. I'm saying if you're gonna watch it.
How do I think it's gonna go? I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know. Obviously I'm rooting for KSI. I do feel like KSI is. I think I'm gonna leave it at 50-50. Like, Logan's been training hard. KSI's out here killing shit. Like, I think I'm gonna leave it at a cold 50-50.
I'm gonna be quite honest. I think that JJ made the right move in training with Vidal and Jeff Mayweather, because Jeff Mayweather is an amazing defensive fighter coach.
Yeah.
And that's what KSI needs to learn, because like there's no head guards and it's 10-ounce gloves. So it's gonna
fuck them niggas up, son.
Like, this is like it will knock someone out being hit.
Yep.
And the thing is that like JJ has made a great decision going with a defensive coach like Jeff Mayweather. I can't say much for Logan and Shannon Briggs because haven't really looked into it that much.
champ! Let's go, champ! Let's
Let's go, champ!
Let's
No,
champ! Yo, I'm tired of that shit. Not even.
no.
Yo, I'm tired of that shit. Let's
No,
go,
but-
champ is quite aggressive.
What I'd like say about it is, I definitely say that they are both a lot more experienced than the previous fight. I am a bit concerned for JJ because if it's anything to go off with the last fight, Logan dominated in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah,
Logan-
Logan. The thing is, Logan has been an athlete his whole life, so he's got those
Oh, yeah.
quick twitch, those fast twitch muscle fibers, like on,
But-
like he's fast.
It is, but at the same time, he was a wrestler, wasn't he? Like that's
Yeah,
what
so
Logan was.
he understands.
Logan
this-
stressed me
yeah.
out in the last fight because he just kept on gripping up with JJ to rest because he was so
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, he wasn't used to, like, he got fucking ripped and jacked, and to have that much muscle and, like, like very low amounts of fat to give you energy during
I
the fight.
think,
It sort of catches up to you.
but it
But
also
he has
showed
been
that
working on his
JJ had an insane amount of stamina, is what I believe.
Yeah,
he was
JJ
ready to
has
do 10
stamina,
rounds.
and that
Yeah,
nigga
he was ready to
has-
do 10 rounds.
Yo, that nigga has a heart, fam. Jay.
I will say, with this fight, I would say, like, it's good that he's learned to be defensive because that's what he needs against Logan. What he should not do is get into a trading match with him. He
Yep.
shouldn't be trading punch for punch with with Logan. He needs to, because Logan is going to be bringing a lot of power, and he's got height and reach. Reach is really important in this fight. because-
and
because the
Logan knows
reach.
how to control space. He knows how to
Like,
control space.
He
Like,
was in
and
complete.
he's
like
been
we
training
talked
for a
about.
year now, so he's probably honed that skill.
The thing is, like, it could end all bad. Like, it could end very badly if, like, it's a bit like what Mike Tyson said. You got a game plan until you get punched in the face.
Oh, bro, as soon as you get rocked, your game plan
Yeah,
goes
you
out
get
of the
rocked.
window.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even
You-
thinking
if
properly
you get
at that point.
if you get finesse on your jawline, hey, bro, you
You're
best hope you got a
shook,
strong
son.
jaw.
Look what happened to AJ. He got caught one time. It was raps.
But Andy Ruiz had the sauce, bro.
Andy Ruiz has the sauce, son.
But
Shit. I thought it was
going
just
back to-
some fat Mexican nigga, but nigga got the sauce, bro.
But going back
Shit,
to
goddamn.
Logan, like, he is gonna have a lot of power, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to tempt, JJ needs to tempt Logan into wasting that power. Making him keep throwing him and throwing him and throwing him.
And then he starts countering. Bop, bop, bop.
He needs to
body
counter.
shot, body shot, body shot,
He-
body shot,
the thing
body
is,
shot, body shot.
J-
Fuck him up.
Yeah, he needs to get on the inside. He needs to get on the inside, but that's also very
Oh
dangerous
no,
because of
JJ's
reach.
not. But JJ's actually really good at that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but he needs to get in there. He needs to get on the inside, fuck up him there to make him drain stamina, and then obviously then abuse him. Obviously, my only concern is JJ needs to be careful because he can't try and go in there and try and think that he could end it in the first few rounds because that's going to be the most dangerous rounds. He's going to be looking if he's out there trying to look to knock out Logan, that's fine. You can do it in the later rounds. That doesn't bother me. But do not press your luck because if he's let's say if you see a lucky hook when someone's trying to come in who's smaller than you, you have perfect hook range to just hit their fucking jaw, and there's no head guards, so you're gonna have to take
Yep.
that full front,
Yep.
and there's less padding on the gloves, so it's a
Oh yeah, a
real.
lot less padding. So there's a real chance of you getting fucked up. Yo, one punch lands, your whole game plan
You
goes
just
out
breath-
the window.
You need to pray that your jaw ain't made out of glass.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You
I
better
don't
pray
have a
that your
problem-
jaws aren't. You need to pray that your jaws aren't made from the same material as D Rose's knees.
Hey, bro, let's not talk. Let's not talk about his knees. That's like
That
they're
nigga
practically
out here
death.
killing shit. Nah, Hero's out here killing shit, son.
I don't know. He's
But
like
let's not
averaging
get
like.
into.
Yeah, I get
let's not
it.
get
He's
into
averaging
that.
like
Yeah,
20 points
yeah.
during the
Let's
season
not
so
get into
far.
that. Otherwise we're recording a podcast. Hey, bro,
But
my
no,
levels are all over the place, bro. Editing
hey,
this
bro.
is gonna be a trip for me because my levels are all over the place, bro.
Hey,
The
bro, it's
technical
gonna be
difficulties, fam.
Hey, bro, it's
Nah,
dope. But no,
I'm having way too many
but then,
technical difficulties as of late. Sorry.
But then, like, let's say if JJ does, like, JJ's gotta get for that jaw punch, or he's gotta keep wailing down on his fucking stamina, getting him in the ribs, getting him in the liver shots. Liver shots, like, might be his savior as well.
Oh yeah, all you need is one liver shot in his raps, but you need to land it well.
Yeah, because like
A liver shot shuts down your whole body,
but
bro. Like,
I just don't want to
I've
see a
seen what those shits
repeat
do.
where. I just don't want to see a repeat where fucking Logan keeps clinching. I just don't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that. I think this fight will probably be a much more interesting watch. I think
Because
that
Logan,
the only
what
reason
could
I'm
fuck
not
up
trying to
Logan
watch it
the
is
most
Mhm.
if he gets impatient. If Logan gets impatient, he will lose that fight because JJ has shown his insane stamina. So you could burst out like yes, you're more conditioned than last time, but doesn't mean that you cannot burn your stamina any less.
Yeah,
that
you're
makes
right.
sense.
You're right. No. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I don't know. I think this fight is gonna be a much more interesting watch. They've both had like a lot of time to develop.
Even though you're not watching
as
it.
fighters. Nah, I'm not fucking watching this shit. Just a random question. Do you think you're gonna be watching UFC 244?
No, because I don't even know who the fuck's fighting.
Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz.
I don't know. Maybe I might. If you like hit me up to remind me, I probably will.
I'll definitely hit you up, bro. There's no way I'm missing Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz, bro. Shit,
Hey, bro.
son. But yeah,
Hey,
it would be an interesting watch if I were to watch it. The only reason I'm not watching it, first off, the whole press conference situation, the build up to this fight was the cringiest shit ever. And second off, sports aren't good for my heart, so I'm trying to cut that shit down. You know what I mean? Like I might fuck around and die watching sports. Get a heart attack. Watching. Yeah. So I need to calm down. Wait for Christmas. Watch the Christmas game. Obviously the Lakers are gonna be playing. It's likely gonna be Lakers Clippers, if we're being honest.
wrap it up, kid.
Wrap it up, though. So yeah, and just basketball season and UFC for now. So yeah, I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Editing this is gonna be such a trip.
Whatever we post next, I'm actually gonna retell my opinions on those games that I've been playing recently. So.
Oh yeah,
probably
okay,
should.
no, for sure. Yeah, I'll also be coming up with some topics to talk about in whatever we post next. Hopefully it's an episode of the podcast and we don't have problems editing it. But I need to sort my shit out on my side. But anyways, peace out. This has been Straight Clips. Find us on everything. We got everything. Instagram. No, we don't. That's a lie. We got a Patreon at least. Peace.